coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News starts now.
We have developing news tonight. Columbia's airport manager is speaking out after flight cancellations from United Airlines and American Airlines at COU. Good evening, everybody. I'm Daniel Pearl.
And I'm Caitlin McCarthy. Thanks for joining us. Here's a live look at the airport tonight. American Airlines and SkyWest, which operates some United Express flights at the airport, announced they are canceling flights because of runway issues. The main north-south runway is closed for maintenance. That has forced airlines to use the renovated east-west runway, which the city says is safe and compliant. But passengers have complained about bumpy takeoffs and landings, or heard from pilots that the runway is in poor condition.
Within the last 25 minutes, the airport manager posted a statement to Facebook. It says, in part, COU, the City of Columbia staff, FAA officials, and COU airline partners will meet via conference calls on Monday to discuss the concerns expressed by the regional carriers. We sincerely apologize for the angst and frustration this situation has caused. Additional information will be shared as soon as it's available. Air Wisconsin, which operates some United flights, is flying out of COU as scheduled, but the airport says other carriers operating flights for United and American are temporarily suspending operations.
Authorities have arrested a St. Charles County man after officials say he threatened Senator Josh Hawley in a social media message. That's according to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Jeremy Cawthon is accused of writing to Josh Hawley, quote, "I will kill you before I allow you to continue a dictatorship of monetary and religious systems." A hearing is scheduled for Thursday to determine if Cawthon should be kept in jail until trial. Prosecutors plan to bring the case before a grand jury on Thursday. A spokeswoman for Hawley, who is a Republican, says the senator appreciates the vigilance of law enforcement.
Camden County Sheriff's deputies arrested a woman saying she doused the man with lighter fluid and tried to set him on fire. Deputies say Norma Rogers was setting a car on fire in Max Creek when they arrived at the scene. While en route, deputies were told Rogers also tried to set the victim's home on fire. An 8-month-old child was inside the home at the time. The car fire was put out by the time deputies arrived. Rogers was arrested and charged with 3 counts of first-degree assault and 1 count of first-degree arson. She's being held in the Camden County Adult Detention Facility on a $250,000 cash bond.
A Perryville student is charged with threatening to, quote, shoot up Perryville High School. The county's prosecuting attorney says Ryan Carlson, one of 3 students accused of discussing a mass shooting, was arrested this week on a felony charge of making a terroristic threat. The other 2 students are not facing adult charges because they are juveniles. Carlson was released on a $5,000 bond.
Columbia police found evidence of shots fired near the police department's garage near 6th and Walnut. Police went to the intersection of 5th Street and Broadway, where officers found multiple shell casings. CPD spokesperson Steve Sapp says no one was injured and no property was damaged. The mayor of Diamond, Missouri, near Joplin, is investigating after being sued for allegedly using traffic ticket quotas. Attorney General Eric Schmidt sued the city this week. The mayor says the city of Diamond is working with the state attorney general's office. The suit alleges that Diamond's police chief wrote the city was $5,000 behind and officers needed to write tickets soon. Schmidt said that people, quote, should not be used as ATMs.
The Columbia Historic Preservation Commission facilitated its first strategic planning meeting of the year today to hear from city residents. Attendees brainstormed ideas on how the commission can benefit the community, set priorities, create partnerships, stay relevant, and become more accessible. The commission plans on creating teams between the commission members and volunteers to start putting the plan together.
I believe that when we bring forward these comments, these ideas of what the community wants, they're going to be willing to work towards putting together something that's going to be beneficial to everyone is involved.
Attendees say they want to see action, accountability, and that the city cares about historic buildings, properties, and homes. Members of the commission hope to have their strategic plan finished off by the end of November. Here's what's happening right now. Participants are dancing at MU's annual Mizzou-thon Dancing Marathon. This is an event that lasts 13.1 hours in hopes of raising money for MU's Women's and Children's Hospital. The dancing will continue until a little after 1 in the morning. Once the dancing stops, the exact fundraising amount will be shared.
A group of breast cancer survivors came together for a fundraiser today to make the cancer process easier for others diagnosed. KOMU8's Kamaria Bray met with 3 women on how their friendship sparked an idea that can comfort people going through the cancer journey.
Steps toward hope. and a positive impact. Motivated by a blossoming friendship despite a health concern.
Unfortunately, we were all diagnosed with breast cancer.
Right around the same time.
Exactly. So we actually went through our journey together. And it's another one we forgot that's not here.
4 Pink Sisters inspired the Passion for Pink Change Foundation. On Saturday, a 5K allowed the group to raise funds to support breast cancer patients.
Yeah, to where we want to give back to those newly diagnosed. The main thing is giving back care packages.
More than 30 community members came out and showed their support. And the Pink Sisters,
nice job, keep it up, girls,
cheering them on. A year ago, I met with Morrow as she went on Facebook Live throughout her whole cancer diagnosis.
Hey, Facebook family.
Through social media, she's been able to connect with others who can relate to her journey.
Reach out and don't be afraid to talk to people about it. I think a lot of people keep it inside and they don't reach out, and I started off like that, and then I met these ladies, and Liz is very outgoing and always there for you.
A friendship that's taking strides to help others who were in their shoes just a year ago. Kamaria Bray, KOMU 8 News, Jefferson City.
Morrow says if you want to donate to the foundation or provide a care package, contact her on Facebook. We have a link to that on our website at KOMU.com. Columbia Parks and Recreation gave a gift to the people at the farmers market.
After the break, they are prepping for a national day that's coming up in just a couple of weeks.
We are staying warm as we're heading into those overnight and early morning Sunday hours. We're still 14 degrees warmer than we were at this time yesterday. But a big change in temperature has a big change in weather, and I'll track that out hour by hour after the break.
And you're taking a live look over downtown Columbia. Your time now is 10:06. This is KOMU 8 News at 10.
Never be surprised by the weather. Download the free KOMU 8 Weather and Traffic app. Brought to you by Central Bank of Boone County.
Trust can be your greatest weakness. Do you trust your family? Do you trust your best friend? Do you trust your own heart? Do you really trust the person you love most in the world? You shouldn't.
Roswell, New Mexico. All new this Tuesday at 9/8 Central on the CW.
CashNetUSA.com, man. I help when money's tight. If approved, you may get the money you need as soon as tomorrow.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
It begins as a wish to drive something different. Elegant design and advanced technology. A luxury crossover without the luxury price. Now, everything you wished for in a crossover can be crossed off your list. At Joe Muckins Mazda, get a well-equipped 2018 Mazda CX-5 for only $22,750. Or give in to temptation in a 2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata for only $27,360. It's your last chance to get the best incentives on these remaining 2018s. All roads lead to Joe Muckins Mazda and JoeMuckinsMazda.com.
Look for the green tags and save at Baumgartner's Green Tag Sale in Avaz and Columbia.
Hi, Louis Black here. On May 6th, my pals and I will be returning to the Missouri Theater and do a benefit for the Thompson Center, and we hope you can join us.
Columbia Parks and Recreation and Tree Keepers volunteers passed out trees in celebration of Arbor Day this morning. Arbor Day, which is April 26th, is a nationwide celebration of trees that dates back to the 1800s. Parks and Rec says it gave out around 850 seedling trees. The city's forester says the annual event is a chance to promote the role trees can play in creating a healthier town.
I think it's important for us to recognize the importance of a healthy urban tree canopy in our city. It does a lot of things and beneficial things for cooling houses, creating habitat, providing food sources for wildlife and for humans.
He says people were lined up to get their free trees long before organizers started passing them out at around 8 a.m. this morning.
Boonville's Big Money Folk Festival has just wrapped up. It's the festival's 28th year featuring folk artists from across the country. Today, the festival offered workshops led by musicians in the festival. The Friends of Historic Boonville is sponsoring the event, which are held in historic buildings on Main Street, including Thespian Hall. One musician says this music speaks to people and brings them together.
Feel free to express yourself with this music. Find an instrument. If an instrument kind of cries out to you, well, then you're supposed to be there.
The festival's final show started at 7.
We have more chances of rain, with the highest likelihood of it being tonight. That's going to dwindle as we head towards Monday, but I will track all of the precipitation for tonight and tomorrow, hour by hour, in my full forecast.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about coming together. It's families, friends. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
You're a person, not a credit score. But sometimes your score gets in the way of the things you want to do. Personal consumer loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. And you can check if you're eligible on netcredit.com without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan. Visit netcredit.com today.
Get where you're going faster with the KOMU8 Weather and Traffic app, bringing you mid-Missouri traffic in real time. Download the free KOMU8 Weather and Traffic app. Coverage you can count on.
When you need DMV services, you've got a choice. You can either take a number or take charge of your time. At Columbia South License Office off Grindstone Parkway, we do everything they do at other DMVs. And we're fast, really fast. We'll get you in and out and back to life with little or no wait. So don't be this guy. Your time's too precious. Columbia South License Office. Minimize your wait, maximize your day.
If you want the best residential zero turn in the market today, come see the new Ultima by Cub Cadet at your local Crown Power and Equipment. It features the best cut and best warranty in its class. The Cub Cadet Ultima is built to be strong, fast, and very comfortable. The new Ultima starts as low as $2,699. We have the perfect one for your yard. Come see us at Crown Power and Equipment at one of our 5 locations. Our team of certified and trained Cub Cadet professionals are ready to help you.
At Harper Evans Wade Nettemeyer, we help injury accident victims recover to their full potential.
And the Boys and Girls Clubs of Columbia inspire kids to reach their full potential as responsible citizens.
Whether kids dream of becoming a ballerina, a lawyer, or an all-star athlete,
the clubs can help them become their dream by providing a safe place after school and in the summer. Please visit their website to volunteer or donate.
Join Harper Evans Wade Nettemeyer and support the Boys and Girls Clubs of Columbia.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by the law firm of Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer. We will fight for you.
Good evening and welcome back to KOMU8 News. We're taking a look at our time lapse over Jefferson City of today, where the weather did not decide what it wanted to do. It was sunny at first, then we clouded up. We saw some more sun after that, and the clouds have been rolling in ever since, ahead of the next system that we're going to see as we go throughout the weekend. However, we are going to be staying fairly warm. Temperatures are staying in the 70s, which is well above average for this time of year as we go into the beginning of next week. Now, if you take a look towards Thursday, say where temperatures are going to plummet as we start to be on a new trend of weather pattern as we go through the latter part of the work week. But until then, we are going to see lots of sunshine. We're going to be in the warmer sector of the viewing area. It's going to be very nice outside to get outdoors and spend some time with your family. But before we can do that, we do have our next system that's approaching that's going to come in tonight and go through tomorrow. Right now, we're not seeing any precipitation. This is going to be a rain system that moves through. Right now, we're just seeing the clouds that are out in front of it. But other than that, we have not seen rain yet today. So let's track that out hour by hour. Right now, we're looking at Sunday at about 1:30 a.m. and that's when the rain is really going to start to hit. Now, this is going to be isolated storms as it moves through the area, so it's hard to exactly pinpoint exactly who's going to get what, but I can tell you these storms aren't going to be severe. They might be strong at times with a bit of gusty wind, but other than that, it's not going to produce any damage for your property. We're going to see that move through as we go through Sunday early morning, and by Sunday afternoon, we are going to even see some clearing skies. As you go out, if you're leaving from church, it'll be a great time to go to lunch. It'll be clear. It'll be nice. We're going to cloud back up, though, as we head towards Sunday evening. We'll even see a few more scattered showers through the area as we head towards Sunday night. That should push out as we go into Monday, and we'll clear up and warm up, too, as we go throughout the start of the rest of the work week. But for now, our low tonight is only 57 degrees, so it's pretty toasty out there as we are going into those overnight hours. We will have some storms and showers as we head through the night. Those are going to be isolated, so they are going to be pop up as we go throughout the evening. However, those will not be severe. They'll just be some rumbles of thunder and some lightning and some rain. But other than that, you should be good. 74 as we warm up to our high tomorrow. Will stay mostly cloudy, and we'll have about a 40% chance of seeing more storms as we go throughout the evening. For the rest of the start of the work week, though, we will be warming up. 75 on Monday. It'll be a really nice day to get outside. Lots of sunshine as we go throughout the week. And on Thursday, we'll start to plummet, seeing temperatures go back into the 50s and staying there by the weekend.
Regular season ending for the Blues today.
Would they go on as a good note in the playoffs? Sports is next.
And here are your lottery numbers. Good luck.
Hey folks, Jerry and Alec, Continental Siding. It's time for a good spring cleaning. We've got siding too short to be seamless, but too long to be recycled. So we're having a seams on the back of the house sale.
If we can use our shorter pieces of siding on the back of your home to make a few seams, we'll make the front and two sides totally seamless. It's almost like getting the back done free.
This won't last long, so click or call now.
Do you remember when Easter morning was a magical time of hidden treasures and sweet surprises? Now it's your kids' turn to discover the magic. The Candy Factory has been Mid-Missouri's Easter headquarters for over 40 years. Come and fill your baskets with solid chocolate bunnies, chocolate-dipped cookies, marshmallow eggs, and other magical creations made right here. Plus, don't forget our famous chocolate-covered strawberries. Make Easter memories at the Candy Factory, the sweetest corner in town.
At CMSE Giving Gardens, we believe in giving everyone the chance to have meaningful work experiences and to lead productive lives. In 2010, we expanded our operations to include Giving Gardens, a retail greenhouse featuring the most colorful perennials, herbs, vegetables, and hanging baskets in Columbia. When you purchase plants and supplies from Giving Gardens, you are supporting a greater purpose in creating sustainable jobs for individuals with disabilities in our community. Giving Gardens, nurturing beautiful plants and people.
Want the ultimate streaming experience? Switch to Extreme Internet and enjoy more of what you love on every screen. With 99.9% network reliability, fast speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig, and amplified Wi-Fi room to room, the difference is extreme. Switch today and get Extreme Internet for as low as $24.99 a month for 1 year. plus no contract required. Hurry, this limited time offer ends soon. Call 844-EXTREME2 for details.
Quit throwing money away. Save money instead. Bring your own phone to U.S. Cellular. We'll pay off your contract, plus give you an extra $150 to switch. It's time to stop wasting money. You heard right. Keep your phone when you switch to U.S. Cellular. We'll pay off your contract, plus give you an extra $150.
Now, from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU8 Sports.
After rebounding against the Pirates this past week, the Cardinals are hosting the new-look Padres at Busch Stadium this weekend in their home opening series. After a loss yesterday, though, it was San Diego looking to take the series. And bottom two, Friars ahead by 1, and Colton Wong guides this ball out to left. Will Myers gets a glove on it, but look at Yadier Molina showing off the wheels. He is able to tag up and come home from third to tie the game at 1. Padres have invested a lot in Paddock, but Wong gets to him there. Stock comes in relief, and Marcell Ozuna welcomes him to the party with a 2-run upper deck shot that would give St. Louis the lead at 3-1, but it was all Padres from there. Same score, top 7, and Hosmer, the former Royal, digs in. He slaps a dinger into the left field bleachers as well to bring San Diego within 1. Austin Hedges homered for the Padres, so they would be leading when Manny Machado stepped into the box. And he homers as well, his second in a Padres uniform. That put them up big. St. Louis got the tying run to the plate in the 9th, but Kirby Yates was able to shut the door for the Pods. San Diego takes this game, and the series Cards look to avoid the sweep tomorrow. And the Royals definitely had some fun to start the season, winning their first ever series in franchise history in the month of March to start. But after dropping both games of a 2-game tilt to the Twins, they're now trying to avoid dropping a second consecutive series, this one to the Tigers. Jorge Soler has had a nice little 2019 so far, tied for the team lead in RBIs. His first homer of the year ties the game in the 7th at 2-2. He forced a pitching change, and then later in the inning, Hunter Dozier puts Kansas City ahead 4-2 with this 2-run homer. Detroit scored 1 more, and then they got a lot more, as you're going to see here in just a second. It would be Christian Stewart with the grand slam, ducks on the pond. He brings everybody home, as this one barely stays fair. Tigers win the rubber game. Royals will look to avoid the sweep tomorrow at 12:10. Missouri baseball was taking on Kentucky on a beautiful day at Taylor Stadium. Tigers looking to even the series after losing last night's game. And it was Tyler LaPlante getting the nod, and he was dealing. Second inning, he gets Dalton Reed swinging. And then a little bit later, it would be Grant Machaki looking, getting K's by every way. And then he would strike out Colton Kessler for good measure. He had a really good game, going 5 1/3, giving up no earned runs. However, he would have to leave with an injury. And then on the offensive side, top 4 Peter Zimmerman brings home Cam Meisner to give Mizzou a 1-0 lead. Tigers fans enjoying that as well as the weather. And then Mizzou up 2-0, and Chad McDaniel lines one out to left, bringing home Cornelius. That would stretch it to a 3-0 Missouri lead. But in the 8th, Kentucky comes back. Jaron Shelby with a 3-run homer off of Connor Ash to give Kentucky the lead. Mizzou, though, would come all the way back, winning in walk-off fashion in the 9th. Austin James, the hero for the day for Missouri, as they win 5-4. Mizzou softball was in action twice today with a doubleheader, the first game against Pitt, the second one against Oregon. In the first game, they fell just short, losing 5-4. Tigers faced the Ducks in Game 2. And Maddie Norman was in the circle for Mizzou. She ran into some trouble early. Top of the second, Rachel Sid sends one deep, and it would end up in the grass. A 2-run homer. The Ducks add one more to go on top 3-0. They were feeling pretty good, throwing up the O at Mizzou Softball Stadium. Next inning, Oregon had the bases loaded, but Norman gets a little bit of help from her defense. Tigers get out of the jam as Jasmine Rollins flips to Kendall Bailey for the 3rd out of the inning. So Tigers were looking to mount a comeback. And in the bottom of the 5th, Oregon now leading 4-0. Kara Decker gets Missouri on the board. She sends one deep to the opposite field for a solo shot. Tigers cut the deficit to 4-1. Now only 2 more chances to try and win. Colby Romaine is the Tigers' final hope, and she grounds out to short in the bottom of the 7th. Oregon takes this one. Mizzou will face the Ducks one more time tomorrow morning at 11:30. And in Final Four action, it was Virginia and Auburn. Virginia down 2, and Samir Dowdy, what are you doing? A cardinal sin in basketball. He fouls the three-point shooter. Kyle Guy goes on to hit all 3 from the charity stripe. Virginia moves on to the national championship. In Game 2, the Spartans playing the Red Raiders of Texas Tech. Patrick Mahomes enjoying the action, and it would be Jarrett Culver with the dagger. Texas Tech winning big. They go ahead late. They will see the Cavaliers on Monday. And Blues looking to close out the season on a strong note. St. Louis had a 1-goal lead for most of this game, but in the third, Tanner Pearson, like a hot knife through butter, way too easy all the way to the net 4 minutes into the period. Blues get the lead back, but then it's Elias Pettersson with a slap shot from distance. They would go to overtime and then to shootout, where the Blues would get the last laugh. David Perron finds the nylon Blues cap off the season. Playoffs start next week, and they are in the money. That'll be all for sports.
For more than 20 years, these animals have grabbed the hearts of many.
But people have to start saying goodbye to a furry friend this weekend.
Coming up tomorrow on KOMU 8 News Today.
Wake up early with us tomorrow morning. We'll have all the news you may have missed overnight, plus what to look forward to in the week ahead.
And we do have the chance for some isolated showers and thunderstorms in the morning hours. Matt Beckwith will have your latest weather updates.
Great days begin with great mornings. KOMU 8 News Today, Sunday at 7 a.m. It's not over yet. The Ram 1500 has built to haul the big loads. And now you can get a Ram 1500 crew cab for only $29,987. Don't need a truck? Then take a turn in a Jeep. Right now, a new Jeep Renegade is only $15,999. Don't miss these great deals and more. All roads lead to Joe Machens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and JoeMachensCDJR.com.
The crack started small, then it got bigger.
First, the windows started sticking, then the door was hard to shut. The cabinets were pulling away from the wall.
It just got worse and worse.
I just want to feel good about my house again.
Foundation problems start small, but they can get bigger and more expensive and embarrassing if you ignore them. Protect your home's value with permanent foundation repair from Foundation Recovery Systems. We're the trusted experts for sinking foundations, bowing walls, and settling concrete. Call us today.
Hey, look at you go. GoJDB.com equals you.com.
Oh, it was amazing. I literally did my online application with JD Buy Rider. It's pretty simple. So when I was ready to come in, I'd already been approved and ready to buy a car.
Easy approval for an affordable car with a 3-year, 36,000-mile, zero-deductible warranty. GoJDB.com and relax. Now look at you go.
Look at you go. JD by Ryder.
Hi, everyone. Chris Trevino here, inviting you to tune in, please, Sunday night for Sports Extra, a very special edition. Missouri's all-time leading scorer in women's basketball. Columbia's hometown girl, Sophie Cunningham, will be our special guest in studio to talk about her career and what's next for her as she looks to the professional ranks. It's coming up Sunday night, 10:30, Sports Extra with Chris Trevino.
Count on the KOMU 8 News app to keep you connected all day to Mid-Missouri's news, weather, and sports. With breaking news, the latest videos on developing stories, Target 8 investigations, and watch KOMU 8 newscasts live. Plus, full weather coverage from the live Doppler 8 First Alert weather team, local sports scores, school closings, and a place to share your photos and videos. Wherever you are, all day, stay connected to the stories that matter to you. Download the free KOMU 8 News app for coverage you can count on.
We are staying mild into the overnight hours, and especially as we go towards tomorrow with a high around the mid-70s. It should be a really warm day, but it might not be the best day to get outside because we're going to have some thunderstorms move through the area. Nothing severe, but something that you would not want to be caught outside in. But we will be staying warm, so I guess that could be something good.
This weekend starts the goodbyes for some of the San Diego Zoo's favorite residents. The giant pandas were given to the zoo from China on a loan in 1966 and will be back in China in a few weeks. For more than 20 years, visitors have waited in long lines to say hi, but now they have to say goodbye.
It's too bad, you know. Pandas are a staple at San Diego Zoo, but they're going home, so can't be too mad.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Have a great night, everybody.
On air, online, on Facebook, on Twitter, on the News app, and the Weather app. KOMU 8 News. Coverage you can count on.